Hey everyone, Amy and I were out of town this last week and attending a wedding in the Northern Virginia area, so I had reached out to the crew there to see if there was anything going on over the weekend. The guys from Curio Cavern had hit us back, located just outside Alexandria, Virginia, and we were able to attend a tournament there, their Sunday night tournament. Wanted to thank the guys, all of them, for being just so welcoming and awesome. It's always great to go see that the Star Wars Destiny community is strong everywhere we seem to go. It's a great community. So special shout out to Craig for organizing everything and help coordinate getting me there. And also to Brad and Jacob. They actually drove down from Baltimore to meet up with the Dice Commandos and shoot some games. So I really appreciated everyone. Amy made multiple comments on the way home how awesome everybody was. So just wanted to thank and appreciate it, and please enjoy the games. Hey guys, alright, this is round one. On our left we have Amy. She's playing her K2 droids deck. That's Elite K2, R2D2 single, and Chopper single. Well, on Theed Palace. And on our right we have John. John is playing Elite Piet, two Shapeshifters, and the Jawa, and he is on the landing dock, which is implying he's going to be running some vehicles. Alright, so it looks like I can't see with the glare, but John got a 3. Amy's got a 2. She's got a 4. Okay, so looks like we're playing on Theed. So we'll put 2 shields on John's side. I'm sure they go on to Piet here. So reminder, so when Piet rolls in, he can turn a non-unique die to a value showing 1. So he can turn all of those guys that he has in play to the one side. The shifters also, remember, when the shifter, after the shifter activates, and it isn't after it activates, you can declare a subtype. So in this game, he was calling Trooper the whole time because he was using them effectively for measure, stuff like that, right? So I don't believe that in this game he called anything other than Trooper. So, alright, so Piet takes the 2 shields, and then Amy will get us started. Alright, so she's going to power action Chopper. Alright, so she'll play, that was the grappling arm. I know that Chopper, and that's all in the glare right there, but the grappling arm, so that comes down for free with Chopper's power action. Goes to John here. Okay, so we see superior position. That is a squad tactics there. Okay, so that's what he's going to open with. So we'll activate all of his non-uniques. So Jawa, 1 gun. So doesn't need to flip to that. Shifter, so he is rolling off because he has a dice tray. So no big deal there. So you'll just see him roll off camera and then bring it on. So we got a blank and then a resource. Okay, yep, and then there he just declared troopers. So we also see a salvaged arm and a pickings in Amy's hand, as well as a droid's day out. Not bad. Yep, so that's actually what she's going to do. So she'll activate all of her guys all at once here, so it actually doesn't matter in the order for R2. So he rolls a 2 and a 3 for 1 on K2. Not bad. Chopper come in with his 2 dice. It's a plus, oh man, that's a good roll. Plus 2 and then a blank, and then she gets R2, and R2 will get to flip to a top side, remember. So that gets a disrupt, so she'll flip Chopper most likely, right? And then she does get to draw a card as well, because she activated 3 droids as per DDO. So she's thinking about it. Yep, that's the right play. Alright, so he dropped a card there, so it is John's move. So he has Focus Fire, and I think that's Warning Siren. So Warning Siren is remove a die showing a symbol on one of your die. So he could remove a blank, a resource, or a 1 gun. Oh yeah, Amy just grabbed her card there. So okay, now it's John's action. Oh, so right there, just having a discussion. Yeah, Amy only has the 2 resources, so she didn't have to pay for the grappling arm or DDO. Right, so there's nothing he can remove there with Warning Siren. Oh, so he does have the Riot Shield. Riot Shield, of course, remember when declaring because they're troopers, right? The shifters are troopers, that will absorb 3. Okay, yeah, so he drops it on the lower shifter there, paying 1. Goes back to Amy here, who can eliminate a character just right off the board. Probably takes the Jawa, I would guess. She does have that salvage arm, though. Yep, that's what she's going to do. She's going to add the salvaged arm onto Chopper there. Okay, so it's John's action here. We're just going to activate Piet. So, Piet gets the 4. So Amy does have that pickings, but then she won't be able to resolve her 3 for 1, but that's okay because she still has the K2SO power action. So it flips to the 1 indirect and the 1 indirect. So if she's going to pick those, she'll pick the 2s, of course. So it's Amy's action. Oh, so she's going to power action K2. Oh, that's interesting. Power action K2. All right, so she'll reroll his die, and then she can reroll a number of die equal to the value showing on K2's die. So she gets to reroll 1. Oh, okay, yep, so she's not planning on picking. Yep, so rerolls that and gets a resource. So it is John's action now. So he'll send 4 across the table. And Amy probably spreads it all the way out here. Okay, so 2, yep, 2, 1, and 1. All right. It's her action now. So again, she can drop that Jawa. It looks like that's who she's going for. Oh, maybe not. Oh, so she's going for Piet. All right, so Piet takes 4 net through the shields. She's trying to get the more dice off the table, it looks like. John's action here. Okay, sends 1 into Chop. Okay. Right, Amy disrupts, so she wants to keep what's in her hand apparently here. Takes a resource. Amy will probably feed here. Feeding puts her in good position because she's playing with several of the 3-cost redeploys, Raise and Dagger being the one, so that'll let her go into the next round with 4, because that's what she does. So she's seeding, she'll go into the next round with 4, and she can play basically anything in her deck. Alright, so John claims, and then Amy will play... Oh, it's Yoda's, okay. I couldn't see what the upgrade was. I knew she had one. I'm pretty sure she drew that on DDO, so... Okay. Go into the next round here, so John will get first strike. Amy definitely won that round. But a good roll and a couple flips here, and John could be sending 6 or 8. And you have to assume, again, he had landing dock, so you have to assume he's playing vehicles. And oh, we see a pulverize in his hand. So if he could get, and I mean, he's almost guaranteed, not almost, he is guaranteed to get those flips. So he could potentially send 6 or 8 damage across the table. I think it should be doable for him. All right, but he's got to do it the slow way this time because he's got to stack to 1 by 1. Right, Jawa gets the 1, so that's what he was going to flip to anyway. Back to Amy here. Brings in K2. He gets 1 damage side there. Comes a shifter. Blank. Alright, so Amy resolves the 3 right out just so it doesn't get removed. So that puts Piet at 7 with 2 health points remaining. Alright, so shifter coming out. Puts him in position. Alright, power actions chopper. I see the rocket booster in her hand, so paying 1, reducing it by 1. We have a fully loaded chop here, so the dude can ramp like a champ. Alright, and here comes Piet. If he can hit an indirect, he's in pretty good shape. He did, and then he'll flip to an indirect and an indirect, and unless Amy responds, we're going to be looking at a fair amount of damage here. Ooh, picks the ones. Okay, so now it feels bad. So we do see he has focus fire there. It's actually not great for him, but again, I'm assuming he has some vehicles in this deck, so. Yeah, he's looking at what to do. That pulverize doesn't feel good anymore. It's not a bad trick, though. Right, focuses to the 2. Alright, I mean, that'll help him. I mean, that's worth 6 damage with the pulverize. He does have to pay for it. It'll cost him 3. Alright, there's motive, presumably for guns. Alright, stays in with a resource. So do note the Jawa and the shifters being neutral actually help him get the ambush with Theed, which could pay off. Right, so 2 go across the table, so Amy will have to place that. Not really a huge deal for her at this point. Right, so 1 into chop, 1 into K2, 1 into R2. Alright, so he just takes the resource. For tempo, he could have actually Theeded. It would have been the same and he'd have ambush, so. Alright, so Amy's rolling in chop here. Ooh, that's a good roll. It does not have the resource for the 3-1 yet. Alright, so that superior position. He, of course, does have the battlefield, and that's remove a die, so probably removes the chopper 2. I could see the argument for removing the K2 because of the power action, but I don't think that's the right play. I think you remove the chopper 2. Because honestly, A, Amy can't pay for the indirect, and B, he probably doesn't really care much about the indirect. Oh, but that's actually what he takes. Okay, so he takes the indirect. Amy's probably fine with that. I don't see any reason Amy doesn't kill Piet right here. Yeah, she was going to bring an R2. I think she needs to just drop Piet in case there's another removal out there. So she's sinking it over. She doesn't need to salvage arm boost it. Alright, so she's revolving melee. Yeah, so she drops Piet, and then she'll put 2 into somebody. Right, 2 into the upper shifter there. Goes back to John here. Alright, he claims up. Oh, and Amy's going to be able to flip in here. So R2 comes out with a 2. Oh, that's a dead shifter because she can flip K2. Yep, so that'll drop the shifter, and then she'll take her resource, and I think that'll be it. So again, Amy's going with 3. John's going in with 5. So if he pulls his big vehicle, all right. So yeah, so he needs to drop one of his pulverizers at this point, because he's not going to be able to pull. I mean, he could pull them both off, but he just doesn't have the dice for it, right? So he needs to discard the pulverize, and probably should get rid of the focus fire, I think, in his hand. But again, I don't know what vehicles he's running, so. Alright, looks like he kept them. He did pull a battle fatigue, though. And all of Amy's characters have damage on it, so battle fatigue is on. Alright, so here comes the Jawa. It's a blank. Alright, Amy has an instigate, so she's got the kill play with R2, right? The play with instigate is that you roll somebody else out, and then you roll an R2, you flip, and then hit. So she has both K2 and Chop with dice out there, so ideally you try to get them both out, I think, and then instigate in with R2. Alright, so it looks like she's going to bring in Chop. And gets 1 melee, which is an effective 2, right, with salvaged arm. Alright, shifter coming out, so somebody's going to take 2. No, maybe not. Oh, so Amy's going to instigate now. Oh, and she's actually going to do it with K2. That's bold. Wow, that's really bold. Alright, that worked out pretty well. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the salvaged arm boost. So she can drop the Jawa and then put 1 into the shifter. Oh, okay. So he'll block 2 there, and then he'll take 5. Oh, I think they dealt it all as 1 packet there, but technically he should have 5 damage on him because it can only block 1 source, right? Which would have been one of the 2s. So probably won't make a difference here, but right, so John's action here. He has damage to send across, but he's just kind of chipping away, and he needs to be doing more. Okay, so warning sirens the blank, which could have become 3, right? So that's fair. Alright, so R2 coming out, and then hits the shield, so she needs to flip the grappling arm to the top side, because flipping R2 to his top, right? If flipping R2 to his top is worthless if you're going to use the focus anyway, so the better move is to do the salvage arm to the 1. Yep, that's what she does. Makes sense. Now the salvage arm already has been used. Or sorry, I think I was saying salvage arm on the die, but grappling arm is what I meant. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I was missaying that, but grappling arm die, salvaged arm for the boost, right? All right, takes a shield. It does get removed. The die had been removed by battle fatigue. And so it actually did make a difference because that 1 could have potentially put the shifter down, but like I said, it was removed. So, all right, is John claim here? Is gonna. Oh, okay. Or yeah, not claim. That's what I meant. Use the battlefield. Yep. So remove the Jawa, and then he actually gets ambushed, so he can send the 1 across. And Amy just takes it on the shield that she just took, so it makes sense. Alright, so she claims. So she'll get first strike. John's pretty much done here, I would assume. And he'll go in the next round with 6 resources, so. Again, he needs to drop at least one of those pulverizes. Alright, yeah, there he gets rid of one. Then there's another focus fire. Oh, there's a TIE fighter. Oh, and another TIE fighter. Alright, so he drew them both at the same time. But at least so he can play, he has 6, so he can play 3 TIE fighters here. Alright, so Amy's rolling in K2. There's a whiff, but again, she still has R2 flips, so. Alright, there's a tie for 2. Now, what's interesting on the tie that I didn't catch until several sets later is the ability on the tie is not a May, right? So you actually have to do it. Yeah, you actually have to tutor for the tie. Even if you know you're going to fail to search, right? Alright, so then with ambush, so he's not doing it, okay. And then with ambush, he's dropping his second tie. And then not tutoring, so he must only have 2 in the deck. That would make a lot of sense as to why we didn't see ties earlier then. Alright, ties with Piet's pretty cool, but alright, so he still has ambush because the second one had ambush, and then he'll roll in the shifter, who's likely to die here soon. So, because I think I saw an Ewok ambush. I did, yeah. The card in her left hand, that top hand there, is Ewok ambush. Okay. So she'll activate. Oh, she's activating Chopper. Oh, no, the Ewok ambush play is an R2 play all the way, right? Yeah. Alright, so she's doing that anyway. So, alright, so now she has ambush. So, probably just sends 3 indirect across the board right now. Yep, so 3 go across the board. Go onto the Jawa for sure. Alright, tie coming in. Alright, disrupt. Alright, R2 coming in, then she'll get a flip. R2 hits a blank. Okay, so she flips R2 does 1. So that is enough there to kill, because that's a 1 and a 3, so she can just drop the Jawa right here. Yep, and then 2 left on the shifter. So I think that's all she wrote. Alright, next tie comes in. There's some indirect. But just a drop in the bucket at this point. So she'll power action K2. Reroll a die and then reroll other dice. Alright, so she gets a 1, so she'll reroll at least, or not at least, she'll reroll, okay, rerolls the other K2 die. It hits the 3 for 1. Alright, so if he can't remove, that's it. And he can't, because we see Pulverize and 2 focus fires in his hand. Alright, so he's going down swinging, so he's going to resolve for 3. So Amy will have to take the 3 indirect, and then she'll drop the shifter. So, alright. Yep, so she puts the 3 on R2, and then she'll drop the shifter. So, alright, well done, guys.
If you like what we're doing here on the Dice Commando channel, please show your support with a like and a subscribe. Please Please remember to keep all comments civil and constructive and to help us continue to grow this amazing community. Thank you for watching Dice Commando.
Hey, this is Sean. Thanks for watching Dice Commando. Like and subscribe, and also check out Bunsen Brewer because they host sweet tourneys.
Thank you.